The Silent Advance. Admiral Sarah Chen stood at the helm of the HSS Harbinger, humanity's first Titan-class warship, as it emerged from the quantum void at the edge of Dominion space. The massive vessel's stealth systems, powered by dark matter technology that the aliens thought impossible, kept them invisible to the countless sensor arrays that dotted this sector. Status report, Chen commanded, her weathered face reflected in the holographic displays surrounding her command station. All systems nominal, Admiral, replied Commander David Rodriguez, his fingers dancing across the neural interface. Quantum core stable at 98%. Stealth systems functioning at peak efficiency. No indication the Dominion has detected us. Chen allowed herself a small smile. For 3 centuries, the Dominion had protected Earth, keeping humanity restricted to their solar system while claiming it was for their own good. All the while, they had harvested Earth's resources and treated humans as primitive curiosities. But in secret, humanity had been preparing. Multiple Dominion vessels detected, announced Lieutenant Sarah Wong from her tactical station. 3 arbitrator-class cruisers and what appears to be a diplomatic vessel, all following standard patrol routes. Perfect, Chen replied. Right where intelligence said they'd be. Begin Phase 1. The Harbinger's quantum core hummed to life, its dark energy signature carefully calibrated to match normal background radiation. To the Dominion sensors, it would appear as nothing more than a routine spatial anomaly. They had grown complacent in their technological superiority, never imagining that humans could master quantum mechanics at this level. Suddenly, alarms blared across the Dominion vessels. The Harbinger decloaked directly in their path, its massive form dwarfing even their largest cruiser. Before they could react, the human vessel had already locked its targeting systems on their critical systems. This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the Human Space Service Harbinger to all Dominion vessels. She broadcast on all frequencies. Power down your weapons and prepare to receive instructions. Any hostile action will be met with immediate response. The Dominion ships froze, their crews likely in panic as they realized their sensors showed no approach vector for the human vessel. It had simply appeared, demonstrating technology they had thought impossible. On the diplomatic vessel, High Overseer Ventax, the Dominion's chief representative to Earth, stared in disbelief at the massive human warship. His 4 eyes blinked rapidly, mandibles clicking in agitation. Impossible, he chittered to his aide. The humans are centuries away from this level of technology. We made sure of it. High Overseer, Chen's voice came through again. I believe it's time we renegotiated the terms of humanity's protection. Your presence here is fortunate. It saves us the trouble of requesting a diplomatic meeting. The Harbinger's weapon systems remained locked on the Dominion vessels, but Chen had no intention of firing unless forced. This demonstration was meant to shatter their illusion of superiority, not start a war. Though if war came, humanity was more than ready. You dare threaten representatives of the Dominion? Ventax responded, his voice carrying the arrogance of centuries of assumed supremacy. This violation of treaty will not be tolerated. Chen's laugh echoed across the comm channel. Treaty? You mean the documents you forced upon us while pretending to be our protectors? Tell me, High Overseer, how did you explain away the resources you quietly siphoned from our system? The technologies you ensured we couldn't develop? The other civilizations you've kept under your thumb? Silence followed. Chen could almost see the alien diplomat's mind racing, trying to find a way to maintain control of the situation. But that control had already slipped away the moment the Harbinger revealed itself. We have proof of everything, Chen continued. And soon, every suppressed civilization in Dominion space will know the truth. But first, you and I are going to have a long conversation about the future of galactic politics. As if to emphasize her point, the Harbinger's secondary systems activated, revealing dozens of smaller craft emerging from its hull. Each one carried technology that the Dominion had thought impossible for primitive species to achieve. The balance of power in the galaxy had shifted in an instant. Humanity had evolved beyond their supposed protectors' control, and the age of Dominion supremacy was about to end. Diplomatic deception. The conference room aboard the Harbinger hummed with tension as High Overseer Ventax faced Admiral Chen across the polished quantum steel table. Behind the Overseer, 2 Dominion guards stood rigid, their ceremonial armor concealing advanced weapons. Behind Chen stood only Commander Rodriguez, unarmed but projecting quiet confidence. "Your demands are outrageous," Ventax hissed, his facial scales shifting to a deeper shade of purple. "The Dominion has maintained peace in this sector for millennia. We cannot simply abandon our responsibility." Chen activated a holoprojector, filling the room with evidence of Dominion exploitation, resource extraction reports, suppressed technological developments, manipulated trade agreements, all carefully gathered over decades of covered observation. Responsibility. Chen's voice carried steel. "Is that what you call systematic exploitation? While you claim to protect us, your corporations tripped asteroids in our system. While preaching peace, you arm certain species against others to maintain control." Meanwhile, across Dominion space, humanity's true plan unfolded. The Harbinger wasn't alone. It was merely the most visible piece of a complex strategy. Quantum-cloaked ships had been positioning themselves near key Dominion facilities for months, not to attack, but to broadcast the truth when the moment came. The other species wouldn't understand, Ventax argued, his composure cracking. Some races are simply not ready for advanced technology. The chaos would be unprecedented. Like the Arcturians, Chen countered, who developed clean fusion power independently, only to have their research facilities mysteriously destroyed, or the Proxians, whose quantum communication discoveries were buried under trade embargoes. Rodriguez quietly monitored the quantum network through his neural implant. Other human vessels reported ready. Suppressed civilizations were already receiving carefully prepared data packages, revealing centuries of Dominion manipulation. "You cannot prove any of this," Ventax declared, but his secondary hearts were beating rapidly, a clear sign of distress to human bioscanners. "We already have." Chen's smile was razor-sharp. "Check your internal networks." The Overseer's communicator chimed incessantly as reports flooded in. Across countless worlds, the truth was spreading. Species that had been kept dependent on Dominion technology were learning of their own suppressed achievements. Trade allies were discovering centuries of economic manipulation. "This will cause chaos," Ventax warned, real fear now evident in his voice. "Entire systems will descend into war." "No," Chen corrected. "It will cause change. We're not here to destroy the Dominion, but to break its chokehold on progress." Even now, human diplomats are meeting with leaders across the sector. "We're offering alternatives to Dominion control. True cooperation, free exchange of ideas, mutual defense." The plan had been generations in the making. While the Dominion thought they were containing humanity, humans had been building alliances, gathering intelligence, and developing technologies in ways their watchers never imagined possible. "Your species is young," Ventax tried one last time. "You cannot understand the complexities." "Age doesn't equal wisdom," Chen interrupted. "Humanity learned that progress comes from cooperation and competition, not control and suppression. The galaxy is about to learn the same lesson." Outside the conference room, the quantum network lit up with responses from other civilizations. Some expressed rage at the Dominion's deception. Others reached out to human diplomats, eager to break free from centuries of subtle control. The balance of power wasn't shifting through military might, but through the simple power of truth. The age of Dominion control was ending not with a bang, but with the quiet revelation of their lies. And humanity, the supposedly primitive species they had tried to contain, was leading the way to a new era of galactic cooperation. Breaking the chains. The Harbinger's quantum communications array lit up as reports flooded in from across Dominion space. The carefully orchestrated revelation of truth was causing exactly the cascade effect Admiral Chen had anticipated. Not chaos, but awakening. Multiple Dominion fleets mobilizing, Rodriguez reported, monitoring the tactical display. They're attempting to contain the information spread, but our quantum-encrypted broadcasts are bypassing their communications barriers. The Arcturian science stations were the first to publicly declare independence, their fusion reactors powering up to full capacity for the first time in decades. The Proxians followed, their quantum communication networks linking previously isolated resistance groups across their systems. Begin Phase 3, Chen ordered. Across Dominion space, cloaked human vessels revealed themselves near key strategic locations, not firing a single shot, but their presence alone prevented Dominion forces from suppressing the growing rebellion. High Overseer Ventax watched in horror as his empire of control crumbled. You don't understand what you've done. The Dominion maintains order. Without us. Without you, species will develop naturally, Chen interrupted. They'll make mistakes, learn, grow, just as humanity did, hidden beneath your supposed protection. The tactical display showed more systems declaring independence. The Dominion's carefully maintained web of control was unraveling. Their military superiority, based largely on stolen and suppressed technologies, proved ineffective against the combined innovations of newly freed civilizations. Multiple transmission requests from other species, Rodriguez announced. They're asking for human assistance in removing Dominion control systems from their technology. Chen nodded. This too had been planned for. Teams of human engineers were ready to help remove the hidden locks and limitations the Dominion had built into their gifts of technology. The High Council is demanding your surrender, Ventax said, attempting to regain some authority. Our full fleet. A new alert cut him off. The Dominion's Grand Fleet, emerging from quantum space, found itself surrounded by not just human vessels, but ships from a dozen newly liberated species. Centuries of suppressed innovation had bred incredible technological diversity, each civilization developing unique solutions to overcome Dominion restrictions. Your control was always an illusion, Chen explained. You claimed to prevent chaos by controlling progress, but you really feared the innovation that comes from true cooperation. Humanity learned that lesson early. Our greatest achievements came when we worked together, combining different perspectives and approaches. The tactical display showed more Dominion control systems falling, not through violence, but through the simple act of species reclaiming their own technological heritage. The carefully maintained barriers between civilizations crumbled as they began sharing discoveries and innovations long hidden by their oppressors. The age of Dominion control is over, Chen announced, broadcasting across all frequencies. But this isn't a conquest, it's a liberation. Every species is free to choose its own path forward, including yours, High Overseer. The message was clear. Humanity hadn't come to replace the Dominion as Galactic Overlords. They had come to break the chains of control and create something new, a true community of equals, each contributing their unique perspectives and innovations to a greater whole. The revolution wouldn't be won through military might, but through the unstoppable power of shared knowledge and cooperation. The galaxy was awakening to a new dawn, and humanity was helping light the way. The Alliance forms. The quantum beacon aboard the Harbinger pulsed with activity as representatives from 24 liberated species gathered in its Grand Assembly Hall. Admiral Chen watched as centuries of forced isolation dissolved in a matter of hours. Arcturian fusion scientists eagerly shared designs with Proxian quantum theorists. Centaurian bioengineers compared notes with Tau-CD crystalline tech developers. Each species brought unique perspectives and solutions, filling gaps in knowledge deliberately maintained by the Dominion. The Dominion's Third Fleet has surrendered, Rodriguez reported. Their crews are requesting asylum. They're saying the truth broadcasts reached their lower ranks. The revolution was spreading through the Dominion's own forces. Many had never known they were enforcing oppression, believing they truly were protecting lesser species from themselves. Admiral, a crystalline voice chimed. The Tau-City ambassador approached, their silicon form refracting light. We've completed analyzing the Dominion's suppression protocols in our systems. With human quantum computing assistance, we can remove them within days. Similar reports came from across the assembly. Species after species discovered that their inherent technological limitations were artificial constraints, carefully hidden in generations of Dominion-provided equipment. "The Dominion High Council is fragmenting," announced the Arcturian delegate, their energy form flickering with excitement. Several council members are admitting to centuries of deliberate suppression. They're offering to help undo their own restrictions. Chen nodded. This was the true victory, not conquest, but conversion. Even some of the oppressors were choosing to help build something better. Multiple Dominion research facilities are transmitting their full databases, Rodriguez added. Scientists are refusing orders to destroy evidence of suppressed technologies. The assembly hall buzzed with activity as each new revelation spawned dozens of collaborative projects. Freed from artificial constraints, species began combining their unique approaches to overcome challenges that had stymied them individually. "We propose a new alliance," Chen announced to the gathered representatives, "not built on control or suppression, but on true cooperation. Each species contributing their strengths, supporting others' growth rather than fearing it." The response was immediate and overwhelming. Species that had been kept apart by Dominion manipulation discovered their technologies, cultures, and perspectives complemented each other perfectly. "The Dominion told us isolation was necessary for peace," the Proxian ambassador observed, their quantum-linked consciousness allowing them to process multiple conversations simultaneously. But they really feared what we could achieve together. As if to prove the point, a team of human, Arcturian, and Tau Ceti engineers announced they had already developed a new form of quantum shielding, combining principles from all three civilizations. "The High Council's remaining loyalists are mobilizing their final fleet," Rodriguez reported, "but they'll find a very different galaxy than the one they try to control." The assembly hall's quantum displays showed the transformation spreading across known space, where the Dominion had maintained artificial boundaries and limitations. New connections formed. Trade routes reopened. Scientific collaboration flourished. Cultural exchange enriched societies that had been kept purposefully separate. The alliance was forming not through military conquest or political maneuvering, but through the simple power of shared knowledge and mutual growth. The galaxy was awakening to its full potential, and humanity had helped light the way. New dawn. The final battle wasn't really a battle at all. The Dominion Loyalists' fleet arrived at the Alliance gathering point to find not an enemy armada, but a vast assembly of civilian ships. Scientists, engineers, and diplomats from every known species working together openly for the first time in centuries. Final Dominion fleet approaching weapons range, Rodriguez reported. Their weapons are armed, but their crews are hesitating. Chen activated a direct channel to the Dominion flagship. "This is your last chance to be part of something better. Look around you. See what we can achieve together." The quantum displays showed the results of just days of open cooperation. New technologies that combined the unique insights of multiple species. Medical breakthroughs that merged different approaches to healing. Cultural exchanges that enriched everyone involved. The Dominion fleet's weapons powered down. Their commander's voice crackled over the comm. "We were wrong. All these centuries, we thought we were protecting peace. We were just preventing progress." The surrender of the last Loyalist fleet marked not an ending, but a beginning. The Alliance's first official act was to establish the Galactic Exchange, a vast network of research centers, cultural institutions, and trading hubs where all species could freely share knowledge and resources. Multiple breakthroughs reported in quantum physics, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence, Rodriguez announced. When species combine their approaches, problems that seemed unsolvable become clear. The Harbinger, once a symbol of humanity's hidden strength, became the first Academy ship. Its vast halls, originally designed for war, now hosted researchers and students from across the galaxy. Even former Dominion worlds joined the Alliance, their people eager to contribute to real progress rather than enforce artificial limitations. The truth had set everyone free. not just the oppressed, but the oppressors as well. The first joint expedition ships are ready, reported the Arcturian ambassador. Human quantum drive technology, Proxion sensors, Tau-Ceti crystalline computing, and Dominion power systems. We're ready to explore beyond known space together. Chen smiled as she watched the combined fleet prepare for launch. Humanity had achieved something greater than military victory. They had shown the galaxy a better way forward, not through control and suppression, but through cooperation and shared growth. The old order of isolation and artificial limitations was gone. In its place rose something new, a true alliance of equals, each contributing their unique gifts to a greater whole. As the expedition ships disappeared into quantum space, they carried with them the promise of endless discovery and innovation. The galaxy had awakened to its full potential, and the new dawn was brighter than anyone had imagined.